Boom! Rise and shine. That's right. Get the light of life into your world. It's your morning motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Mark Saint. I'm a rise and shine right here. I got my hoodie on. Just chilling out here in the house on a nice Friday because it's not Sunday, because yesterday was Thursday and it was Thanksgiving and I'm still printing shirts. Fuck. I'm over here still printing shirts. Got like 8 shirts left to go. Ran out of material. Dropped them off downtown and there was gone. I've never seen shirts go so fast. This is like as soon as he put them open, they weren't even like laid out into patterns. People were already like, yo, here's my 25 bucks, here's my 50 bucks. Me and my girl want a shirt. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. All the shirts disappeared, bro. 40 shirts that took me 8 hours to make with these hands that are still sore got disappeared like a fart in the wind. And your boy say, has got another shirt in the end. We got another extension for the Adam Dunn show. I'm literally looking at the order right now. The shirts don't stop, and neither does life, too, you know? There's a whole nother fucking order, 42 shirt order. We up in this. And I also got off the phone with my printer, and I'm going to find ways around the headache that I experienced yesterday and find a new printer right up the street, somebody that's already plugged in and does more than what my current printer does. And I won't have to have the headaches or the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We just need touchdowns. No experience. So, or no experiments. So, ugh, got a little burp there. I've just been on the phone and keeps pushing air down into my lungs, and phone's ringing. Grandma's calling. Grandma's super stoked. I left her $100 in an envelope. Marky face. You know, mama, her little marky face, and she busted out crab legs and shrimp, and I don't know. I've never paid for a meal at my grandma's house, and I bought her, you know, some lunches for her birthday, but I didn't want it coming out of her pocket and for her to make it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to fucking step up, honey. And after busting my ass for that whole time, I stepped up and made sure that my grandma had some class. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of cheddar so she can go do something better. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this going. So, without my mom and my grandma, I would have been all alone, but I wasn't. No one else in my family was there. We always play separate games. Sad but true. I don't know. I hope that your family's put together better than mine. Whew. Hold tight, hold tight. Told you my nose would be running. Damn. There it is right there. See, dude, I actually have to keep this around, because otherwise I'm spitting or sneezing or something. Especially this morning when I rolled up a bunch of weed, it just gets right under my nose. But anyway, it's the things we can't buy. You know, everybody wants to get into a cute outfit and look cute on the holidays, but they got nobody cute on their arm. And I saw a lot of orphan Thanksgivings, and I'm grateful that the orphans got together, and I'm grateful that the drum circle got to the gobble gobble give, and I'm grateful that so many people got some clothes and a meal to eat. That's amazing to me. You know, that's definitely Saintsgiving. That's where we shine and do all the other things. What's that? I'm believing that. Come on. Believing that. Boom. So, yeah, I just doing some revisions on all my YouTube videos, trying to get these cut down, and the dude kind of quit on me and disappeared. And doesn't matter what's going to happen anymore. If my girl wants to leave me, kill my baby, not talk to me ever again, that's the boat I'm in. If my guy wants to tell me to fuck off and make me do the fucking 8 hours of work just to get shirts that would have been only a hour for him to do on his machine, so be it. I will find a way. You know, it's partly hard to do when you can't replace somebody. You can't replace someone that you trust and love to put their arms around you on the holidays. That's not purchasable. You can do all the selfies you want, but you can't make someone appear in that memory and be there with you during the memory. And that's where the memories make it hard on us. You know, we have such an emotional connection to our memories. We're not just looking at a photo, photos on everything. It's so important that we realize there's an emotion connected to us. And because we grow up, especially here in America, if you're growing up with so many holidays and a fixation around the family, it's going to bond and tie us to that emotion, that time, and that era. So, for a lot of us, when we were kids and it was so exciting to get a Christmas present and have the family around and have the food around, we got our first experience of pure happiness. It's the most wonderful time of the year because you can do that. You can just sit there and chill. Not a lot of people are chilling. A lot of people are stressing or fighting, and that sucks. I'm in that family unit too. I wish my family never got into fights. I wish everybody got together like Better Homes and Garden, but everybody's doing their own separate thing, their own separate meals at their own separate houses, and separate's not equal. Nothing's better than a gathering, whether it be for a concert or whatever the fuck it is. That's part of the energy. We need the energy together, bro. That's what we're doing together. The togetherness is part of the energy. The people that gathered around the festivity make it that much better. So, you know, when I left my grandma's house, sure, I was on the road and I'm just like, man, this is kind of lonely. I got the house all to myself and no girlfriend to roll around with or someone to talk to about the day. It's just another day. And how many of us do that? Happy holidays. Same to you, brother. Thank you. Benny Mac in the house. And it's tough for people on the holidays because you're used to being near people that you love so much, or people that are tied to that memory of good feelings and good tides and Christmas tidings to all, so it's one of those where, man, it's hard in the holidays because we're not kids no more. We grew up, and now the things that we want to seek. I see everybody saving up to buy, I don't know, let's say Apple iPods or a laptop or something. But what they're not selling at the store is unity. They're not selling family. They would be right down the family aisle, and you could go pick up people that love you and know you in and out, farts and all, seeing you shit your pants when you were a baby, and now they're here when you're an adult, still loving you, still shining. And that's why I threw my grandma $100. I'm like, here, grandma, you got an envelope? And my mom's all like, we got envelopes at the house. What are you asking for? I'm like, fuck up. No one asked you. You're blowing up the spot. And I put my little $100 because I got paid cash for the rest of the shirts when I delivered $100 rush fee. It was my rush. It was my energy. It was my back that made those shirts a reality. You can go yesterday and look at the video. It's 3 hours fucking long. Me just going, and that's not including the 3 hours that I was making them and weeding them beforehand. So, this life, these interesting things that we do, it's again peaks and valleys. We keep talking peaks and troughs. Relax, mom, I got this. Yeah, shut up, bitch, you're blowing up the spot. Like, come on now. And then she was, oh, got it. And she's like all proud but dismissed that she was blowing it up. Like, what? It's like having a sister, dude. Like, what you need an envelope for, Mark? And you're like, shut the fuck up, shut up, you're blowing it up. And then when she got it, oh, I'm so shit. But I know she's proud sitting there. That's my son that showed up to Thanksgiving. That's my son that threw out $100. That was his idea by himself, Oh, I can't believe Marky came by and gave me $100. And every time my grandma mentions it, my mom gets more and more proud. And I'm just paying for my meals, man. I can't tell you how many meals my grandma's made me and put in front of me. And even though she's old, got up, took herself off, got into service mode. Like, okay, yeah, I'm going to interrupt my show. She don't interrupt her show for anything, but I'm going to make you a meal and heat it up and put the little plastic over the top. And let me get you a what's he call those? The TV tables? Do you guys have them too in New Zealand? The TV trays, like where you can eat in front. My whole grandma set me up. What do you want to drink? Went through the whole thing. We got water, we got 7-Up, we got tea, we got milk. There's cereal if you need it. Like, help yourself. You're already home. Kind of that feeling they ain't selling at Walmart. They ain't selling that on Facebook, and we desperately go through them to get that feeling like, let me talk to someone, let me have family around, you know what I'm saying? Yep, bloody luxury, mate. TV trays, the VIP living. Yes, a TV tray. That's what it's called. I kept thinking the TV tray was the meal that it came on, but just for my grandma to get me my own TV tray, welcome me to the home, offer me a drink, tell me that I'm home, tell me that everything is ready to be enjoyed together. Bro, it's so much more fun that way. It's so much more enjoyable to have, that experience with family. And that's what makes it hard, because if you don't have that, then it's double hard. Then you're going to go back to what I was talking about yesterday, where the mind goes, what don't I have? Do you ever do that? Do you just go in there and go, I had just had a meal with my grandma, my mom, and had the TV tray and fucking crab legs. And then when I leave, it's like, well, I don't have a girlfriend. Should I go home and fuck on someone? Is it time to call a hoe? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all lonely after the facts. And it's like, what do you want for Christmas? A real family, a real loved one, someone that will actually get me a present that I love. What the fuck? Like, that's the biggest fucking thing. Wasn't the fucking tree, and it wasn't the presents under the tree. It was the people around me. And little did I know I wasn't going to go see my brothers and sisters ever again. All of us in our pajamas, all excited and shit. That's gone. It's gone. And it's time for us to find a new way. And I wanted it to go back to the old way, where people had to come to get together. Now everybody has plans. Like my brother, I got plans. Like, what do you mean? I wasn't invited. What the fuck do you need an invitation to family? Being part of the family is your invitation, and that's something that we need to really let sink in, is that we are already invited somewhere. We belong somewhere. There's a home somewhere for everyone, and maybe it's not the fucking mansion that everybody asks for and wants to show off or get other people jealous of, but it's the fucking people around you, dude. Most of those homes, especially here in Vegas, these mansions, my allergies are killing me, these mansions, empty, bro. Empty. Like, we rent them out, bro. So what was here before? Just a couple, like a weight set in the corner. This is like 1,500 square feet, or 15,000 square feet. Sorry. All the rooms are empty. There's nothing on the wall, so we had to go get the blankets, photos on blankets, photos on tapestries, and plug them up and get them to make the world not so naked, to make our lives not so naked. We're fucking naked and exposed. Everybody's trying to fucking flex all the time. I went to Bonnaroo. I went to fucking all the festivals during the summer. It's now winter. It's just like the Aesop's fable. Fuck, it's genius, because he goes like, if you're not going to work all day or all summer like the ants in the hot sun carrying things 50 times larger than you, by the time winter comes around, you're not going to have anything to eat. And if we're eating our egos and we're eating our selfies, it leaves us nothing for a treat. Nothing that's going to say, hey, you got to need a TV tray, or what do you want to drink? That's weird to me. That's me rapping and motivating, by the way, but that's weird to me. We don't have anyone to thank, nothing to drink, and there's nobody that cares. You know what I mean? Make hay while in the sunshine. And you got to cut the corn while it's high. So right now it's a harvest season. That's exactly what these Thanksgivings, or at least we're taught in America about these holidays, about thankful for the harvest and being able to eat during the winter, because it's a long winter, and we just kind of forget. If it wasn't so cool about the seasons to have all four, to break it all down for all of us, to have it just not monotony, but to break up the monotony, so that we're not just all working our asses off, like slaving it off in the hot summer sun. There's a spring right before it. Isn't that nice? That it gives us a little spring in our step right before it all happens, and we can enjoy what life's really all about after suffering through the whole winter. Isn't that cool that this planet gives us a rhythm to life, and it breaks us up quarterly? It's not just for businesses, it's for this kind of thing. So I'm just sitting here going like, that's what's amazing about life to me. You know what I mean? That there's a rhythm to it. And now in this rhythm, in the hibernation moments of the winter, is when you take stock. How much stuff did we put inside the Oregon Trail? How much stuff do we got in ye old caravan? Did we prepare ourselves? Is there something in me or is it just shiny? Uh, Prepare ourselves for the hard times. That's what I'm talking about. On this show, I talk about the hard times because I'm blessed, that I even got a couch to crash on and that it's climate controlled, The unblessing were the people that we were feeding yesterday. Really, every time. Vegas has a huge population problem or a homeless population issue. It's something so pervasive. We only look at the winners. We only look at the people that can afford a room at the Bellagio. For every person that can afford a room in the Bellagio, I would say statistically, there's probably 20 people that can't on the streets. There's probably 20,000 that can't, but direct correlation, like literal statistics and math, I bet you dollars to fucking donuts that for every person that gets in the Bellagio, let's say they got 10,000 rooms. So if we times that by 20, 200,000 homeless people here, they say 20,000. If we fed 3,000 people just in that lot, for sure there's 100 times more than that. For sure there's that many hungry mouths that don't have a family, don't have nothing over their head in the elements. Literally, when I was driving down there, you can watch yesterday. I went live, but you can see them right on the streets without pants and decency, and it's like we haven't given them nowhere to go. And that's why I want to do Thanksgiving is I want people to be able to go someplace. I heard that the other one has a system similar to mine. It was Thanksgiving, something about like a refillable card, like a credit card, getting them so they could go swipe and go get a cold meal, hot meal, also clothing. The one guy used to roll around in a van and it had the washing machine and dryer on the back and a shower inside. Need something like that, a place to go. It's like, what do you want to do this weekend? I don't know. Same thing. What do you want to do this next week? I don't know. I'm fucking homeless, and the only thing I can worry about is hour to hour instead of week and month, where most people are in the month or year or planning 5 years, 10 years. They're in a position to do that. You know what I mean? They're in a position of abundance to say, yeah, I'm going to eat tomorrow. I know I'm going to eat tomorrow. I know I am. I know my abundance. I know my level. For all those that don't, what you gonna do, shorty? What you gonna do? And that's when it ends up happening. We end up really calculating, abundance on Thanksgiving. We really account for, whoa, these plates are pretty big, and oh shit, I'm at the buffet of life, and it's time to eat up, and it's time to fucking grab plate number 2, plate number 3, in my clean clothes that I showered and I smell nice, instead of I'm on a street with a pile of clothes. And sure, those people made their own decisions, and sure, those people have their own addictions, but it's also, this is the quality of human beings. If we had the same care as we do dogs, if you see a dog on the street like that, oh my God, there's 16 women. Oh my God, look how cute it is. And saved and adopted in 5 seconds flat. Human, you're too old, you're too cracked out, we got no use for you. True, but we don't leave humans on the side of the street to rot, right? Like we wouldn't leave a horse that way, we wouldn't leave a dog that way, and not that a kennel's that much better, and it needs to be a little bit better than prison, which is people like getting put on, right? Literally, some people just want 3 hots and a cot. I know some homeless people that just get arrested just so they can get out of the elements. And yeah, I'm sure I'd love to sit there and move them into the mansion, and yeah, they probably thrash it, even though it's got 15 empty rooms. Well, my other friend works over at the apartments. Tiana's killing the game with the government to place people in these empty apartments. So it just sees how grateful you are, how thankful you are. I spent all day, all night. What the fuck? And this dude's still complaining, oh, I'm not going to say nothing negative. We missed so many sales, and just obsessive. And he was just trying to recoup. Instead of giving and being grateful, he was being demanding and ungrateful. And I'm like, bro, I try to cancel this order multiple times. You give this to me last minute. You fucking told me you had some other dude doing it, and I told you I didn't want to step on another printer's toes. Then all of a sudden, that guy was out, and I was in the game, and we didn't even have the shirts. And I gotta have these shirts now. I gotta have them a day ahead so I can sell them. You told me you needed them by Thanksgiving Day. Now it's the day before Thanksgiving so I could sell them. And the fear of selling, 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 money, money, make my money back. This is the only way I can make my money back. Here, do you want a refund, bro? I offered it to him the first time. Like, do you need a refund or something? Like, there's something going on with you where you're stressing that you're not even grateful that all these people showed up, all these volunteers year after year with the food line cooking, the clothesline cooking. Like, I love these events, man. I don't know what it is, but something about feeding the homeless gets me in the right spot. And also checks me and checks my ego and checks my wallet and checks me what's important and check on, oh shit, I am healthy. I don't have open sores and I'm not picking at my ass in public. And I did get a shower and I did put on clean clothes. Shit, I put on clothes that I made myself and I got the touchdown and I got some equipment to get it done. Just we bitch too much. We straight bitch too much. If you're affording festivals, you can afford a donation. If you ate yesterday, you can afford a shirt. And God is my witness. As soon as I dropped off those shirts, the women, the attitude, it's always about leadership too. We could have used these yesterday. I'm like, there were no shirts to print on yesterday. Oh, I'm just grateful that I have them. I'm like, you better be, because UPS and USPS ain't trying to hear that shit. They weren't going to give it to you because I only heard about this 3 days ago. And she was just like, oh, they look great. They snapped out of the bitching about something and then they got into being in the grateful about something. It's like, get into your grateful about something, bro. I'm grateful, thankful, blessed. We need to be on the case. We got to stay in that mindset and not in a religious way where we're just like, because Jesus is coming to save us. Thank you, Sky Daddy. No, I'm talking about literally our attitudes at things. Like, are we the type? And I do it all the time. I'm gonna say myself guilty before I even say the sentence. Being able to, like, you're clearing out your closet, right? This is the time to give out that stuff. Most of us are just like storing shit, storing empty boxes, just shit. And I don't get it, but like we'll just accumulate stuff. What ends up happening is we forget the value and the price that we paid for these items. We forget that there's more than the price is the value of things. Sometimes we're only buying a quickness. Maybe I need a quick charger or something. This little fucking blue charger that I bought at the 99-cent store doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fucking work. Maybe it doesn't have enough metal or whatever. I'm glad it's transferring files, but for charging, all night long wouldn't even get 1%. You're just like, I will fucking strangle somebody, dude. It's fucking crazy. I'm building a sauna wagon for the winter. Yeah, bro, do it. Yeah, you said you would. Hey, you don't need that guy no more. An old friend of mine has cut me off this last week after he was asking me for what I wanted in life. I don't think he has comfortable when I said I was grateful and happy. Got you. So you gotta had a loggerhead, kind of like what I had with his complicated. He won't even give me my footage. We went out there. He's like, anything on my camera and my microphone's mine. I told you I wasn't promising anything, and I was like, yeah, I told you all I wanted was the footage. I thought that was the agreement. I wasn't just out there for no reason with my Jerry curl coming out of my like a dreadlock coming out of my beard, just to stand there freezing, holding the microphone for forever, and you not to share it. Like. And when we had the conversation, we sat there at stakes and it kind of got real man to man shit. And I'm like, what you gonna do when they cut you off? You know what I mean? Like, they think that you're too misogynistic because your questions are that way. What you gonna do when they cut you off? What are you gonna do with your friend next time you guys got to see each other at the sauna or a public event? How weird is it gonna feel that you went on and still completed the task? Like, you went on and still put in the work and still put in the effort. But what, are you gonna invite them to your sauna once it's done? Just be extremely nice and just be like, remember when you were being an asshole and got weird on me and kicked me out? Like, what's up with it? That's what I feel like with this dude. I feel like grabbing a microphone and a board sign because I can make the foam board signs. I make them all day. I can make my own foam board sign and said, same woman he went and filmed with. Her name's what's her name? Pearly Things, the tall redheaded girl that does a lot of manosphere work. He filmed with her. And Kevin Samuel. So I'm holding the same microphone. I can make the same board as her. I'm the question asker. I can get somebody else to film it. He doesn't own the strip. I could go down there and do it. Should I invite him out to ask some questions with me? That's what I should do. Do his gig and then invite him over. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I said nothing negative to him. Yeah, dude, just invite him to the sauna. You are the LBOG. Yes, bless, bro. LBOG. Look at it. It's an L and a V, bro. LBOG, baby. Like we out here and yeah, that'd be funny, dude, just to go down and just do because I loved asking questions. If you get a chance, I'm gonna get him to make this last request and then we're done. All the videos that I'm getting transcribed, then we're done, and then do it again. Another set of videos for the shorts. I'm literally in Fiverr right now. The guy's fixing all my videos, but the one where we interviewed the girl from Nebraska was way more fun than all 4 hours filming with him. So me doing my Gonzo stuff and having fun and doing it, people love that. I could slay his show all day. I can ask better questions. I'm better looking. I'm more fun to be around. I could just fucking do this without you. I can make my own sauna, bro. I don't need your driveway. I don't need your shit. And matter of fact, when you're done acting like a dick, you can come on my show. How about that? You can come to my Thanksgiving dinner. How about that? Instead of being alone, there's got to be somebody inviting somebody. There's got to be somebody rising and shining to the occasion. There's got to be something to smile about. So you can be better bitch face about these people that aren't in your life. You know what I mean? Or you can thank life that they're still alive. That part, just being real, bro. Like, I'm just, I know the dark side. I know what it's like to swallow poison and sit there and drink poison and be lonely on a holiday and just drink away your feelings, but then your feelings really come out. This is Saints addiction for a reason. Nobody wants to talk about it, but that's what most people do. The super peak, right, that we got attached to. This is the peaks and troughs, like you would say, peaks and valleys here. The super peak is what we get attached to. This is that perfect moment that we expect to be perfect for the rest of our lives. The Christmas moment, everybody's under the trees, the Thanksgivings. Now it's adult time and you're in the valley. Now you're not all kids anymore. You're not a child anymore. You're an adult. Where's your tribe? Who do you identify with? Do you get what I'm saying right now? Like, for real, it's like, who do you bond with? And that's something we can't do. We can connect, like we're doing through this, but we can't bond. We can feel a connection, but connecting. And that was what it really comes down to, is finding that connection and finding that connecting, finding that giving, finding that thing. He's like, well, I'm not going to pay that. He was being a dick about it. I wanted to just grab those shirts and run, dude. I ran all the way down. If he only knew how much effort I put into him. Oh, and this one's wrong. And he was just being ungrateful on a grateful. And I also used to be that way. So, on a thankful day, on Thanksgiving, I'm literally saying to the world and to everyone else, I've shit on my blessings before. I was just so greedy for more instead of being grateful for what I did have. I especially now that I don't have it, doesn't always seem to go. You don't got till when it's gone, right? I forget the lyrics, but you know, um, it's only when it's gone that we start giving it that value again. And again, another man's trash is another man's treasure. You might be able to throw something out, like a friend and a sauna, but to you, that sauna mean everything to you. That's your treasure. You get what I'm saying? So that's something that we forget is value and price, and giving things value, especially now for recycling, like batteries. There's people paying for that shit. They're like, yo, I need the copper, I need the nickel, I need the cobalt. This is the we got to recycle everything. It takes a lot of control not to react. I haven't found that control, my friend. I have not found that control, and it solves most of the external problems internally.
through that control. Yeah. Control, the power and control circle is really real through the Duluth method. You can look it up. There's sex and violence involved in both of it. We don't want to be controlled, so we try to take control. This is something that's part of being narcissistic, or being an addict. When I didn't have control over my life or my childhood as a kid, that means I want to seek control in situations now. It's a very deep psychosis. But again, that the same as the same deep psychosis for Thanksgiving and being able to rewire those pathways, because there will be people that, I'm there with my grandma, we're watching the Macy's Day Parade, and she goes between, who's that guy? What the fuck's he doing? What's he wearing to? Oh my God, that dog's cute. Look at her outfit. I love her singing. Super judgmental. My grandma's just always been opinionated and judgmental. I mean, for a Christian church going woman, she's part of the problem. But she's also super giving and super smart, and you gotta take what comes at you. That balance, that saint's addiction. Like to be so extreme. Like to be so charming and so loving and so giving, and at the next minute I'm such an asshole. I'm callous and abusive. I'm shocked at myself, my dichotomy in myself. My last name is Saints, so I had to go with mostly Saints because it's not complete. I make so many mistakes, and something that really dawned on me after Thanksgiving is just like, what would I do differently? And there is no reset button, and it brings more of an impetus on the now. And I'm still bobbling the now, like, oh shit, I need to catch this bag out. My life. For all those that are feeling that way on Thanksgiving or after the fact, when those you say that through the control, we can control that we react to situations. We are duality. I'd love to sit here and tell you I had full control over the situation, bro. I've been racking my brain over it and just sitting there and going like, why do I react that way? Why is my fear mechanism? Is it when I saw my dad choking out my mom when I was a kid? Is that the me on the phone with 911? Did that sink into me? And not only in a fear mechanism, but in a teaching me that to control things, you need to pounce on it and hold it down? Damn, Saint. Wow, you really learned differently, didn't you? We really learn different things. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a hard time for the holidays because we learned that, love changes. The one girl posted today, she goes, poor Jen, she just goes, you'd say you'd always be there for me. I didn't know I'd be this lonely on the holidays. I mean, how real and how empty and vapid it is to say, I'll call it digital sympathy, but into the darkness of the web. Nobody even watched my show. Thanks for talking with me, Benny Mac. We could be talking on the phone and filming our own show. But, besides for like this kind of Periscope setup, I basically be talking to the wall and be empty in the room too. Being real. I'd be empty in the room too. And that kind of lonely sucks. And it's not like I can just snap my finger and rich enough to just go there to New Zealand and hang out with you. Or my other buddy that wanted to fly in from LA to hang out in Vegas. I'm like, you'd be all alone. He'd have to spend $600 to fly from Santa Clarita or California to here. Boom bap that fast and still be alone in a hotel room. Everybody acts like they got everything, but they ain't got this. Somebody to hang out with. You can choose to be at peace with a past situation, therefore self control. Yeah, good luck, man. The past always haunts me. Self forgiveness. Yeah, I mean, this sounds like powerful tools and stuff, but I never been able to forgive any of my situations. I've always been in my head as a perfectionist, wanting to throw the ball better, knowing I could have done better. Fucks me up inside. We could do a show called Agony Uncles. I like that idea. In the old pages of magazines, people would call in for their problems and we would fix them and make things worse. No, we want to make things better for sure, for better or for worse. Here we are to listen to people. That's part of the Saints giving, is to put people on the show. It's part of the Kevin Samuels pattern too. He had these women calling in all alone at home with kids going like, why am I not dating somebody? Like, what's up? And he's like, ma'am, you've had two children. Talking about born again virgin. You've already given away your virginity twice. He was speaking real to him. So there's for the worse, and for the better, it gives enlightenment to somebody that's just sitting there all by themselves in their head. Sure, the day's going by and the kids are bouncing around and the meals got to be made and the food's got to be cooked, but somewhere in between the ears, told you I got allergies. Um, you get a chance to be a sounding board, bounce this off of somebody. Single white female seeking pony riding dude. You know what I'm saying? Like to yeah, definitely lend a caring ear, but it's also giving of your time and energy, right? So for being a giver, a saint's giver, especially those people that have lost people in suicide, they'll be the first ones that need that healing. And they'll be willing to hear anybody and be like, yeah, I just lost my uncle last week. That's why I'm on this phone. Right now, if you call 988, we call it 988 here. It's like 911, but for suicide hotline. It's something that they launched, Biden administration, try to revamp this. I've called it twice now. And these motherfuckers ask a bunch of questions like they're some kind of feds, and they also will let you know that they're not qualified to talk. Why are you even answering the phone? Why am I even talking to the operator about my heart about to explode? I need somebody. I wanted to make a hidden camera show called just dastardly do-gooders, and we would do good things for people without them noticing and catch their reactions. Oh no, that's exactly what Saintsgiving is. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go film people and go, hi, I'm handing you $100. Welcome to Saintsgiving. I'm going to get a bunch of reels and views. And, huh? What? Thank you. Oh, just exposing the homeless people. Me and you filmed out there when we fed the homeless. That's the first time I've ever filmed out of the years of feeding the homeless. So it's like, I'd much rather it be organic and gonzo, without someone even noticing, and not just here's $100 and walk away just to get the reaction. I see those videos all the time. I think the real thing is capturing the change. You know, the surprise and look on their face when you've been. One dude walked up to the dude, and he knocked on the door and paid his rent. Paid his rent, and dude was like, "I've been praying in the house. I didn't know rent's due tomorrow. Here's $1,200." Like that's real Saintsgiving. That's that moment that we all know and love, and I'm trying to achieve here. So more than just self-service, it makes me feel so good to give. I'm just telling you, just showing up, and then I wasn't just let me wake up and just go eat. No, now it's like let me enjoy this shower, and oh my god, I'm so grateful that there's warm water over me. And I'm sure you do the same with van living. Once you shower once a week, like prison style, every Wednesday they would let us shower, and it was like this hut. This I don't talk about prison much, but in South Korea prison, it's a fucking concrete tub with like 4 or 5 dudes all in there, maybe 3 or 4. I think there's 3 of us together at a time, and they would let you come down the block, and you would just splash the stuff over you, naked as the day was you born, next to other men. Not showers like we think in America what a shower is, but like literally like splash, like they give you a bowl for your shower because you're gonna spill the water over you, and this thing's going shh, one little hose inside of like a big fucking tub sink thing, and that's how you splash and water yourself. I remember that. I remember that. And some of my PTSD does kick in, and it helps. Prison meals, if you ever get a chance, you know, to think that I'm not eating horribly expired vegetables out of a can, that this is real meat with real sauce made with real love, that I have enough space to eat, that I'm not next to other dudes and smelling them too. You know, uh, man, I don't know. But we're on to something. It was good down there, man, on the streets. They were receptive because they trusted you. Yeah, well, I've done it for so long. You know what I mean? Like, if you once you recognize homeless people by face, bro, I tell people you don't want the smoke. I don't know where I would be, just being real, but with my Saints brand on the back of the shirt, if you were to fuck with me in these streets in Vegas, and one of the homeless people saw the Saints brand logo, you getting your ass whooped. You getting your ass whooped. You getting your ass whooped. Just telling you right now, dude. You don't want this smoke. You don't want to try to fuck with your boy Saint in the alleyway, because I'm for sure gonna know one of the homeless people that are in the fucking cut. I like the window washer guys at the lights. They should start up a car wash business. I would love to help them. People are people. We're people too. That's the thing. We're people too. And this is the thing that I really wanted to get to the heart of it was just like, you know, we'll buy some shoes. We'll post up real quick. We'll go do an event. We can buy experiences. But buy by the time, you know, um, it's times like these, by the time, when you can't buy time, and by the time it happens to these holidays, we can realize that we can't buy time and we can't buy loved ones. We can buy meals, but we can't buy people to sit with us. I realized this a long time ago, like 10 years plus ago, because when I was traveling the world, by the time I'm on the Great Wall of China and I'm all by myself again, it's another selfie that I've taken over and over all over the world. Like Cambodia, well, I went with my girl at the time in Cambodia, but sometimes most of these places I've traveled around the world by myself, and I'm like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. I want to say we're here. If anybody else can grasp that, we're here sitting eating together. We got the whole world to combine. That's what's tough about me losing my child. It makes me want to cry. But, out of the whole world, I met someone that I was attracted to. And we both got together. And we both made life in a very picturesque spot, in a very natural way, not in some club bathroom, not in some shithole in the back of a car, but out in Yosemite in the most beautiful, breathtaking fucking view I've ever seen. So, for people to be able to get together and be together, and the environment's clean, and the food is clean, and the vibe is clean, you're winning, bro. You're shining to a whole nother level that I'm sure somebody in the prison right then and there, people know people, put that on the shirt. Yeah. Real recognizes real is what we say over here. I don't know if you guys say that over there. Got these gnats. I don't know. This is real show. Yeah, real recognizes real is what we say here, and we'll write that one down too to see if it works out. Always got shirt ideas going on. Yep. Always got work going on. Recognizes. Does I have to check if I spelled that right because Notepad doesn't have a spell check, interestingly enough. But yeah, always working, always growing, always learning. What else did you say? Yeah, true that, bro. Make me a package, brother. Put that on a shirt. I need you to make me some clothes, bro. I know. I need you. I've just started getting the shirts out again. I was going through a year of depression and losing my child. I almost didn't want to make the shirts, and then I had to remember the last time I made shirts, and that's always tough on me. But man, I haven't touched my printer in fucking a year. Thanks for sending all those hearts, bro. Yeah, people know people more of a threat. You got it. You got it, bro. I do. I got something going on. So, what I thought is within my angst and my feelings and my hurt and my pain and all the wrong that I've done in my life, what I would like to do is give. That's my new thing. You know what I mean? I just give, pick up, feed the homeless again. And that was my promise to always give back. When you're in a prison cell and you just want out, you say the craziest shit to yourself. Like, oh, when I get out, I'm always going to work hard. Or when I get out, I'm going to go to all these places. And when I get out, I'm going to eat all these foods. And when I get out, I'm going to work harder than ever before. And when I get out, I'm going to make sure I got attorney fees. And when I get out, I'm going to make sure I get multiple fucking passports. And when I get out, type talk, I'm out now. Where's that action at? That's what really motivated Saint's addiction. That's what really motivated me. Getting emotional. Let me get my smoke on. What motivated me? People like, how that guy come out like a rocket? Because I had prison knocking. I'm like, dude, they almost kept me in prison for 5 years for this amount of weed right here, and ate the weed. 3.5 grams. This is my daily use is now I can't even look at it. I can barely even talk about it. I can't believe I'm even talking that much more about prison. It's something that I hide away and I don't talk about every day, just to be real with y'all. But to keep it even more real with y'all, is it's that kind of, I'm not homeless. I'm not in prison. I have my health. I have my wealth. I was watching it with Jordan Peterson yesterday, and think about this when he said this, dude. Thanks for the heart, Tommy. See, I can't even see when I replay this stuff. I don't even get to see the messages. It's weird when you replay it. It's not in the feed or whatever. But anyway, what I was trying to say was Jordan Peterson was saying that when you ask people about wealth, right? You like who has the money, you would say that the older person has the money, right? Because they had their whole life to accumulate it. The young guy, they ain't got shit. So when you're in college, they were talking about it, the family feud, what makes you ramen, pizza, the cheap foods. You didn't have much, but you had it all. If you ask an old person sitting there with their big old pile of money, they want youth. They want the energy that you have so they can climb the Machu Picchu, so they can go get their passport, so they can fuck some hot chicks and go do some awesome shit. I'm on the twilight of that. I'm like, man, I used to do some pretty cool shit. Now I'm getting old and I'm like, my back hurts. I did 40 shirts and I haven't traveled yet. And every time I look at a plane, I'm getting PTSD because what had happened to me. This is starting to be like, oh shit, would you rather be rich and old? Here's one of my questions. It's complicated. Would you rather be rich and old or young with time? There it is. There it is in life. Like we want these things to be so picturesque. We want Thanksgiving to be so put together and our Christmas trees to be put together. But it's the people that are around the tree that count. We put lights around the tree, but we're the light around the tree. Does anybody get what I'm spitting? Getting what I'm spitting? You need to be put chat on view. Yeah, mate, it is. It is. It is. It says top chat, live chat, super chat, none. All messages are visible. There it is. Live chat. Boom. So everybody can see what you're saying too. Live chat. Boom. There you go. Thank you, sir. I didn't know what was different. One fucking button changed your whole world. One fucking day changed your whole world. One fucking argument. I had the opportunity because Ronnie almost printed the shirts, right? And I'm sitting there and he's talking shit about the price and stuff. And I said, corrupt. I lost my temper and I argued with him. Right then and there, I just initiated 8 hours of hard work by myself. Late night, 3:30 into the morning, early back up at 6:30 in the morning, only 3 hours of sleep to get these shirts done for homeboy to complain when I could have got them done. Through Ronnie, not use my back, only an hour, save money. And instead of running around all over town and losing my head and losing my cool and getting my whole thing, boom, baby. Yeah, we got this going. Got it. Yep. Yeah, I can see him a nice one. World fixed. Yeah, thank you for all the hearts and the shirts. I could have got them done through Ronnie. This is for sure. I'm learning, and I was sitting there watching myself. There's certain times where I should be loving instead of guilt tripping or pressing or pushing. I basically pushed myself out of the deal. And he already agreed to the price and was supposed to get him done. But by then he's like, no, you called me names. I'm not gonna fucking do your shit. No. And I'm like, well, now I gotta fucking do it myself. Called all over the world. Nobody's gonna get those things done before Thanksgiving but me because of these. But because of this, my mouth keeps cashing checks. It either gets me a check or cashes a check or costs me a check, like it did. It cost me my back. It cost me my time. It cost me my energy. And it's just like, I got to find a better way to deal with people. The guy says he got on it. It's the Superman guy. I don't know, the recent Superman, the good looking one, dude. Whatever, Jason Hable or whatever. I mean, that's my buddy's name. But he flicked it on. He says, I read this to myself often. He said, every time I start feeling stressed, that's okay. You're this for sure. Homie. Next time, this is smooth. This is a lesson. That's self-control. Don't dwell on it. Learn on it. Learn in advance. So this is what he's doing in advance. This is 10 things old people did before they died, like advice that old people would give. And the one that stuck out to me is realize that most of the stuff that we go through is going to have to go through other people. Now, I'm the type of person, through you, over you, under you, I will find a way, like Ronnie, but I'm making it hard on myself. And I'm being honest about it. Like, I realized that I was being hard on other people and life was hard on me. You know, I'm talking about prison here. Now I'm hard on people and they don't want that. People are looking for the easy way out. They want the quick fix, help me out. You're convenient, you're worth your weight in gold. You become complicated, you got an addiction, and you're a lot of energy. You're an energy shifter, or when you come around, your grandma gets in a mood, or when you're around, people think you're going to steal things. This is what happens when you've been in prison, too. It's like they don't want to be near you because they're afraid they're going to get arrested, too. It's almost like, oh, you're around. That means I'm going to get herpes. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a pariah is the word that they used to call it. The scarlet letter, right? You know, I got my friend goes, I don't really believe in anarchy. I can't wear your shirt anymore. Come to New Zealand for the summer. I will, bro. I fucking will. I need to fucking get the fuck out and get on Dodge. And as the time turns right now at 2:22, boom, baby, boom. That's when I knew the universe will do like those kind of decisions for me. Like I was sitting there going, you invited me for the summer. I want to get out of Dodge. I want to get somewhere warm. It's cold right now. It's about to be summer where you are, and the fucking clock hit 2:22. Boom, baby, boom. So yeah, like that kind of energy. And Lord knows I'll get a windfall of money, and I'll be able to pull the trigger on these things. Passport's right here in the backpack. By the way, I got my backpack. I'll just reach right on in here. Boom, baby, boom. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know, when I went out the other night, one of my reliable models, it got weird, but her passport's empty. You know, she finally got her passport. Let me see it. No, I'm always celebrating on all the travel and adventure that this smells like. You know, it smells like journeys. It smells like, oh shit, I voted too. When I voted last time, I used my passport. How cool is that? That's my sticker. I'm gonna keep that. Thank you very much. But your boy, cover up all the particulars, but your boy right here, shining with the beard. You're not even supposed to smile. I got away with it, and I got it rushed the day before I flew out to Machu Picchu. So by the time my ex called me unspontaneous, I was like, bitch, flex. Bah! Now, have I flexed in the wrong moments? Sure, she didn't want me to flex on her. She didn't want to flex on me. I've been in the third world. I was born in the third world. Da, 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 da. You know, or you know, the other people is like, I just can't. Like, if you've never been nowhere, if you have a passport, first of all, I'm said I don't need I don't have no friends that don't have passports. That part first and foremost. Like you ain't got a passport, we can't be friends. And then she had hers empty, talking some shit, and I'm just sitting there going like, I couldn't wait to show her mine. You know, I couldn't wait to show her mine. I'm like, you got to get some stamps in it, girl. Empty pages are new adventures. You know, like this is my second passport. The other one had to have pages sewn in the middle here with one of those real thick cloths. They do it. They do it good. They'll add you 15 pages 3 more times to this. I don't know if you guys have ever done that. That's 45 new pages inside of your passport, thick like a fucking wallet. It was so beautiful. I still have it too. I wasn't gonna give it up to switch it. Like I lost it, give me another one. But this is all new, and I'm trying to sell that to people. I'm trying to tell her she ain't never been nowhere. She got her passport finally, and she was talking about all these places she wanted to go, and they're all like in the U.S. She's like, I want to go watch DC. Me too. You know, I want to do this. Crab boil. Just ate one for Thanksgiving last night. Me too. But we cut ourselves off. We stopped talking to people. She stopped texting me. She even left weird, and things got weird. You know, that's our next connection, bro. Just like me and you talking about it 2:22, 2 minutes ago. That was the connection to be invited out and to get another stamp. Does that make sense to anyone else? Apply for the visa soon. Now that COVID's ended, we can talk this way, right? You know, how many people were hauled up and go, oh man, I can't go nowhere, and didn't go anywhere. When COVID was happening, before I broke up with my ex and started traveling to her, I already flew to San Francisco. I already rented a car and went up the whole weed coast. Yep, it's a morning motivation. Wait till I start making motivated juice, bro. All the weed coast I had never been before. I've never been Oregon. I've never been Washington, the states, you know? And I went to Vancouver and they're like, didn't. eh, Canada, COVID, not even. I'm like, but he's my brother and shit. Da 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 da. I was gonna make it up that I was gonna go. Man, that was a good catch, Saint. Make it up and go. You know, hey, he's my brother. Let me go into Canada. I had a buddy that lived in Vancouver, and I couldn't even visit him because of COVID. Like all that shit just got stopped. So everything's popping. Nothing is stopping. I don't let nobody stop me, and I really have me to stop sometimes and stop myself from overworking or overthinking. Go get a nap. Get a calculator. Calculate. Get out your blessings calculator. I just made this up by the way. Get out your blessings calculator and start giving that bitch a couple pounces. Because if you want to know what's really going to be worse, minus a few key people like your grandma or your mom, tell me you wouldn't have the holidays hard. Tell me that doesn't make you want to go snuggle up to your grandma like I did and get a selfie. She wouldn't even smile, but she hates selfies. My grandma hates selfies. But to get moments with my people and to have that moment, that's what made the Thanksgiving meal. It wasn't the crab legs. It wasn't the $100 that I gave her. It was being able to sit next to her while she had the blanket over her little feet, not squish her little feet, say hi to her, and be able to touch her and her touch me. When's the last time your mom rubbed your ear or touched your top of your head or fixed your hair or even talked to you? These are that value. It's not the price. It's not how the amount of food. It's not how much the food cost. It's even just having the people around. So, I watch a lot of fake energy in Vegas. I watch a lot of people put on a lot of outfits and a lot of makeup and go to a lot of events. But when it comes down to the real events of life, there's not a lot of people around. And that's scary. That's the thing. That's the thing that we got to key in on. Chew that, homie, bus overstressed. If my ex didn't say that in her shit on her Instagram, my one phrase, the one phrase that we both believed in, and all we did was practice stressed and how blessed we were. And I'm very sad about that. I'm very sad about not being able to capitalize on a blessing and to sit there stressing and believing in what could have been and how awesome things are and now how unblessed they are. You don't see me screaming, I love my life as much. I didn't make as many shirts. Everybody will be, oh, you're doing fine. I'm lucky to go on my walks in the morning. I'm lucky to keep persevering. I'm lucky to even be alive, you know, and I'm lucky to not be homeless. That's a blessing right there in itself because I've been homeless multiple times, and it's the reason I feed the homeless. So, all the other people that have made it and their parents support them and they can afford all the rents and all the equipment to make their own shirts or sold drugs to do it, sold ice, sold meth so they can afford their equipment. I didn't sell any drugs to get here. I'm not on any drugs now. Weed is not a drug. And I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful that I'm not all hopped up on some sauce, upset at life. I still kick my rock down the street like everybody else, and I wish I kicked it differently. Ouch, I kicked it a little too hard. I should have been a little bit more gracious. I should have been a little bit more grateful, thankful, grateful, blessed. You know, I'm gonna have to start doing some fucking baseball signs just to remember I'm in control of me. I do a lot of breathing exercises, I do a lot of mantras, and I do a lot of reflecting, and that's exactly what this show's about. So anybody that's ever I hear you, Mr. Saint. Thank you for fucking hearing me for my hour, dude. I went a little bit longer because I felt like we were on a good one and having some really poignant conversation, and that's what this was all about. So I'm still gonna smoke my morning blunt regardless, but want to dent in the world, into the universe at the same time. Boom, baby. Boom. That's what I'm doing with my boom, baby, boom. Didn't know it till now. All these shows 10 years later, that's what Boom Baby Boom is. It's me punching my dent in the universe and saying, hey, I'm perfectly imperfect. I'm human like you, flawed, mistakes and all. I'm the mistake master. But in that, I'm still thankful, grateful, and blessed. And I'm going to choose to be blessed over stressed. I'm going to choose to get my blessings calculator out and add it up real quick. So, for all of those that got the message this morning, if you got anything out of it, comment below what you're grateful for. I would really appreciate that day after Thanksgiving. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Phoenix because, it's never forever. It's just going to continue on to the other side. Peace. Ciao. Bella. Beijos. See you. What do you say? Return to America on LA on cheap. I'll split the ticket. Oh, cash money, baby. All right, man. We're going to work it out.